Yo, what's up? My name is Patrouski, and welcome back to another episode of Loot from 1 Hour, a series where we catch a specific Pokemon species in PokeMMO for 1 hour and check the profit, check the loots, and see what's worth catching in 2022. Now, this episode's Pokemon is going to be highlighting Paris. Paris is a really interesting Pokemon because Paris was one of the best money-making methods way back in the day, like 2013, 2014 PokeMMO, because of the small and giant mushrooms, or big mushrooms, you can get from him. He is pretty much a 100% encounter in a certain spot in Mount Moon, and I'll show you guys that in a quick sec. He's not technically 100%, which I actually didn't know until this video / this episode. I hadn't hunted him in a very, very long time, but he's essentially 100% catch rate. Now, we're not going to be able to spore Paris because he is a grass type Pokemon, so we're just going to be false swiping. And in my opinion, using a Breloom for this method is extremely important because the Parises have effect spore. So if you use a Smeargle, they might put you to sleep or paralyze you or poison you or whatever, but if you use a Breloom with Toxic Orb and Poison Heal, you're going to be able to dodge that sort of effect spore, which is a really big deal in this hunt. Now, Paris is going to be an interesting hunt because he's not really in good ed groups. Like, Paris aren't going to sell for that much IV-wise. Being in the bug and plant ed group is really not that good. He's going to have mushrooms, which will fetch a little bit of extra Pokeyen, but nowadays, mushrooms are pretty cheap. So I'd be very surprised. Like, big mushrooms under 3K, tiny mushrooms are around 1,200. Oh my god, so cheap. I'm really interested to see, but it is a very high volume Pokemon. You're able to catch a ton of Paris per hour. I'm going to aim for around 60 in 1 hour, literally 1 per minute. So let's go ahead and make our way over to the Paris spots. You're going to start here on Route 4 in Kanto. Make your way into this tunnel over here, and then I'm gonna pop a repel really quick, but it's really close. Shouldn't have popped a max repel. It's really close. It's literally just at this staircase right here, so you just go north and east, and then you're gonna want to run back and forth on this line right here, and just catch as many Paris as possible. Just make sure the first time you come here, you're gonna want to like substitute up, or essentially just waste a turn. You could even spore. Just waste a turn so that you get your Toxic Orb proc, and then don't have to worry about effect spore, and then your poison. You can just false swipe and Pokeball every single Paris. So I'll see you guys with the first catch, and then I'll be catching them for 1 hour, and then I'll see you guys with the loot. Alright, here's the first encounter, and the first catch should be pretty easily. Thankfully, my Breloom is already poisoned. Let's go ahead and false swipe here. Now, I'm not fully healed up because I've actually already caught my 1 hour of Paris. I do that a lot in these videos. I'll catch the 1 hour Pokemon and then record the intro and everything later. So a little bit of an out of order spoiler, I guess, but it comes out to the same effect. So here we go. Here's our first, aka our actual last Paris, and then I'll be over to the PC and show you guys the loot from 1 hour. Any IVs, any mushroom? Let's see. 31 speed. Honestly, I'll take it. It's on a female, but that's okay. That's a great first catch. Okay, I'll see you guys with the loot. Also, a quick side note, bringing a Pokemon that knows Dig can be really relevant in this hunt. It'll help you get out of the cave a lot quicker. Alright, here we are after catching Paris for 1 hour, and this is how many we got. We've got around, what is that, 69, 69 Paris exactly were caught in the making of this video. Now, it looks like we got around 15 of them, which held mushrooms. I don't know how many are tiny and how many are big. I'm going to go ahead and pull them all off, and I'll show you guys the profit, just starting off with the mushrooms. Alright, I made sure to empty my inventory entirely of mushrooms before I did this. So here we go, 11 tiny mushrooms, 4 big mushrooms. Now, I've got my trusty calculator on me to help price check stuff. Let's go ahead and check. Big mushrooms, looking like 26, 27. I think 27. It's been 2 days, though. We'll do 26.50. So we'll do 26. It even counts for listing fee kind of there. So 2,600 times 4, and then we had what, 11 smalls or tiny mushroom. For whatever reason, these are 1 word, and I think big are 2 word, which is funny. Tiny mushrooms are going for around 1,100 a piece. Really cheap. 1,200. I think 1,200 is fair. So these will be listed for 4 hours. You can tell by the start date and how long they've been listed. I think 1,200 is fair. So we'll do 1,200. Times 11, and then plus the 10,400 I believe we had before. Hopefully that number isn't wrong, putting us at 23,000 profit so far, just on mushrooms, which honestly isn't, it's a good base. That's a good base to start off of. But I mean, I don't know, it does matter a lot because Paris aren't going to be the best at selling for IVs, but we did catch a lot of them. It's really going to come down to where the IVs are placed and how many 1x31s we got. Alright, now this was something that I actually super didn't expect coming into this. It's looking like the Plant male egg group, it has a really solid base price of around 3k per male, since these have been listed for literally minutes at these prices. That is shocking. I'm pretty surprised by that. So I'm pretty confident in my ability to sell all of the male Parises for a minimum of 3k, which is really, really exciting and impressive. That's going to help our total profits a lot. But now it is time for me to go ahead and release all of the female Paris that don't have any sort of IVs or relevant stuff going on. So I'm going to do my sorting. I'll see you guys with the profitable Parises. Alright, now it looks like we caught around 9 1x31 IV Parises, anything with relevant IVs, and 29 male Parises that'll actually go for 3k apiece. This is the shocking part of this to me. I'm really surprised by this. That is a solid chunk of money. I calculated it before this clip because my math is terrible. That's going to be an extra 87k on top of it. Now, that is revenue, mind you, not profit. So for listing fees, you would knock off 1k per. So it isn't, there's a huge difference here between the revenue made and the profit. Whenever you do like mass sales like this, whenever there's a base price on a certain Pokemon, there's always going to be a huge revenue versus profit difference. And I will try to denote this in this video and give you guys kind of an accurate summarization of not just the revenue, but the profit that came in from this. So, but that does put us at 110k total profit so far, or total revenue, excuse me. Now let's go ahead and get into price checking these bad boy Parises. I think the way I'm going to do this is by going down each IV. So I'll do 31 HP first, 31 attack, then 31 defense, and then so on. So that's, I only have one 31 HP Paris, and then I have one with another 31 HP, but it has more going on. So we'll calculate that specifically later. But this Paris has 1x31 HP. It has some other stats going on, but honestly, they aren't super relevant enough to mention, especially on a female bug/plant Pokemon. I don't expect this to go for that much. I'm going to check both egg groups. Honestly, 5k for 31 HP bug is more than I expected. Let's check plant. I'm assuming it's cheaper. Yeah, I should be good to list this thing. The problem is all these are male. I don't know why there's no cheap female one, but yeah, I think I'm going to list this for 4,999, so 5k. Honestly, pleasantly surprised by that. I thought it'd be a bit cheaper, to be totally honest. Put us to 115k. Let's move this guy over here. Yep, because he's been price checked. On to the next one, 31 attack. Alright, we got 0 31 attack Paris, so on to the next one. I'm going to be 31 defense. Alright, it looks like we caught 3 1x31 defense Parises. This one has some other IVs going on. This one has 1x30, but they might just end up going for around the same price. That's kind of how these things usually go. So 31 defense. We'll check the bug aid group first, around 4,500, around 5k. Let's check the plant aid group, around 4k, 5k. I think listing these for around the same as before, around 5k is pretty fair. I'd probably do 4,949 to undercut these. I think that's pretty fair. They're also all female. I could see myself going on, honestly, 4,499, but since most of them have extra IVs, I think 5k is pretty fair. We'll add 15k for those 3 Paris and move them on over here. Alright, we've got around 5, what is this? Yeah, 5, is my math wrong? Yeah, 5 Paris to price check. Let's check 1x31 special attack. These are both male, which is actually relevant. One of them is 1x31 and 1x30. We'll see what these go for. Alright, it's looking like not much, unfortunately. So, 31 special attack, male bug goes for around 3k, and then plant also goes for around 3k. So unfortunately, these guys are pretty equivalent to base price. I can check this one actually. Let me check this one really quick. This one's 30 HP and 31 special attack. Let's see if that adds a little bit of value. Maybe 5k, maybe 7k. Honestly, plant. Yeah, we'll mark that one as 7k. I think that's totally fair. Honestly, the next price one is... This one has been listed for 3 days, though. I'm going to mark it as 5k. I think that's fair. I'll sell this one for 3k and this one for 5k. I think that's pretty fair. So we'll add an extra 8k in total to our price check. And then on to the last 3 couple Parises. This is the most important one, the 1x31 more. That one's got that one might have a decent price, but we'll see. It's still a Paris. Alright, these 2 female ones are both 1x31 Paris with no other relevant stats going on. Like bug versus plant aid group, they're around the same. They're like 4,500 a piece. I don't even want to call this. Actually, you could do 5k, like 4,999. But I'll call it 4,500. I think that's fair. So was that 9K for both of them? It's only a 1K difference. So add that, put us at 147K. These two have been price checked. Now we just have the big last King Paris, the King Crab, to price check. Now this guy is male, so hopefully he should go for a little bit of Pokeyen, but we shall see. For those that don't know, the species is decided by the female of the breed, so someone could take this Paris, breed it with a female of a much better species of Pokemon, like a Larvesta or something. This would be a great Larvesta breeder, honestly. Not perfect, you know, low speed, lowish speed, lowish special attack, but like still a great mediocre comp Larvesta breeder. Let's put the gender as male. I might bump the special defense up to 30 and just see what that might be. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. Horribly. I guess actually no. Here we go. I had it backwards. Okay. This one's 25K. This one's a lot better than mine. 25 plus defense, 20 plus everything, plus 2 times 30. Mine's definitely not going to go for that price. Let's try 25. This is kind of how I figure out prices like this. I essentially just fiddle around until I find something that seems pretty accurate. This Hoppip is underpriced in my opinion. I'd probably go 10K on this Paris. I think 9,999 Pokeyen is plenty fair. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments down below. I'm going to mark 10K. I think that's pretty fair. I think the Hoppip is slightly underpriced. It might take a little longer to sell because of that, but I'll mark it at 10K. I think that's fair. Alright, but that's going to go ahead and do it and put us with a total revenue of 157,600 Pokemon. It's around 157, 158K. Surprisingly good. I was shocked at how good this was, especially with how much of a beginner method this could be. Kind of. The issue is the effect spore. You really need a Pokemon with Poison Heal to be able to catch these guys. I wouldn't really recommend this to a beginner player, I believe, because the effect spore is just going to be so freaking annoying. Maybe you could just Pokeball them. I'd have to actually, I'm going to go calculate the catch rate really quick and see what it would be if you just threw a Pokeball. Yeah, if you were to not false swipe it and just throw a Pokeball, you're looking at around a 35% catch rate with a Pokeball, which is not that good. It's pretty bad actually. So, yep, I wouldn't really recommend this to new players, but this is a really solid money making method. Around 157K revenue. I'd probably go ahead and estimate that if you knock off all the prices for everything, it's going to be around minus 40K. I want to say maybe 40 to 50K. So it's going to put this at a total profit of around 110 to 120K per hour, which is pretty good. And you only really need one region complete. You could like just have Kanto completed, and as long as you have access to a catching Breloom, this is a pretty good method, pretty good beginner method. Just a pretty solid money making method overall. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video enough to like the video. If you did, subscribe for future PokeMMO content. Check out all the playlist links down below. I have a playlist dedicated to Loot from 1 Hour if you want to see all of the ones done so far. What else? Join the Discord if you want to join a really cool community. Get price checks on Pokemon, learn about the game, and just meet a lot of cool people and have a lot of a fun time. If you want to go above and beyond, you could consider becoming a YouTube member for $5 a month. Drop a Twitch Prime or a Twitch sub over on my Twitch, you know the meme, and then hit up my Patreon or my Venmo, but which are all linked below. Any sort of support is super appreciated. I don't know why I'm so spacey right now. I apologize. Anyways, have a great day. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Thank you for your time. Have a good one. Peace. Hey, you watched until the end of the video. I really appreciate that. This end clip is used to say thank you to all my YouTube members, Twitch subs, Patreon members, and Venmo supporters who go above and beyond and support this channel. You guys allow me to keep making content, and I really appreciate that. Thank you all so much. Have a great day.